Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix, and this is the 2023 Toyota Highlander, a very popular SUV that has 3 rows. It comes in multiple trim levels, and today we're going to test drive and review the XSE. This is all-wheel drive. There's a lot of cool features that you need to see what's new for 2023. Let's get started with the vehicle itself. There are some changes on the exterior. You've got your LED headlights. I like the fact that they've made the grille reasonably sized. Some of their competitors have massive grilles, and I really think they've done a nice job just cleaning it up. That license plate actually breaks up that front grille. I know it blocks some of the airflow, but really the vehicle looks good. It looks like a muscular SUV. I do like these black wheels on the silver vehicle. They come in either 18-inch on the lower trim levels or 20-inch, which is what we have here. These are running on Goodyear Eagle all-season tires. There aren't a lot of exterior changes for the Highlander. There are 6 different trim levels, 6 exterior colors, 2 interior colors. What's really important to note of this quality vehicles, it has a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, and they have 2 years of complimentary maintenance. That will save you some money. But overall, this vehicle looks the same as you work your way down the side of the Highlander. Coming around to the back of the Highlander, you've got your upper wing here and your third brake light and your wiper blade. Very nice and simple. It'd be nice if they could tuck up that wiper blade underneath. Some brands are starting to do that. Doesn't really make a difference, but it does protect the wiper blade as it wears down over time if it's tucked up. LED taillights, really nice and bold and muscular. Here you can see that it's a Highlander, nice and clean, XSE and all-wheel drive. And then underneath you've got this nice clean valance as well as your exhaust pipe. I think this vehicle's starting to look even more muscular. They did a good job. One of the things I like about the Toyota is that everything is easy to see when you get in this vehicle because you're going to be driving this as a daily driver. And you want to be able to access all the controls quite simply. On the left side, you've got my favorite button to push, which is that auto off, which saves about a tablespoon of gasoline at a stoplight. So the vehicle shuts off and turns back on. I know they have to put it in there. Personally, it's the first thing I shut off. The seating in the Toyota Highlander, really nice. I love this red interior, just really makes a statement. The driver's seat has lumbar support as well as power adjustments. On the passenger side, there is only front and back adjustment, no lumbar support. The second row has a lot of adjustability. This is captain's chairs. You can get it without the center console area, but this has adjustment for fore and aft, which is really good for child safety seats. The ability to fold the seat to get in and out, and you can move the seat back and forth, which is helpful to get in additional people. Behind each seat is pockets for storage. Then there is climate control right here, and further down is 2 USB-C ports. Between the seats and our test vehicle has a little center area with cup holders. In the third row, there is no attachment for child safety seats like in the second row. There is positioning for 3 people, and the headrests do fold down to keep them out of your way. There is cup holders as well as on both sides. One thing that's important to know is there is no charge ports here in the third row. When it comes to technology, Toyota's made it pretty simple. You've got your safety features and your cruise control here on the right and all of your audio and phone controls on the left. Very easy to use, very intuitive. I like the fact that there are actual gauges on this vehicle because people keep Toyotas for a long time. And when they do that, you never know what's going to happen with that center screen. And at least you'll have every single thing that you're going to need. To adjust for all the information that you see on the left side of the gauges, which is your safety features, your audio, you can adjust all that very simply. The warning is because I'm not wearing a seatbelt. It has nothing to do with the vehicle itself. But it also has all the information on your drive modes, whether it be sport, normal, or eco. If you're using the dynamic off-road controls for mud and sand, you turn the dial to the left. It also shuts off some of the safety features. If you're going to use it for rock and dirt, turn the dial to the right and you get the information here on the center screen. That's the only place you get it. And if you want to go back to normal, just press that center button. You will note one thing I really like when it comes to safety is the seat belts. We've all had children in the third row say they're wearing their belts, but they're not. Maybe they took them off. You'll get a notification right here, right between the gauges. That's an excellent safety feature. On the left side, you've got some pretty basic controls right here, and your odometer is easy to change. I do like the interior materials. They did a nice job with the red leather stitching matching the red seats and soft materials, which I think is really nice. Nice improvements when it comes to the Toyota. The center screen is 12.3 inches, and that is a big improvement, and Toyota's done that across the lineup. They've got all new center screens, which I think is a massive improvement. You've got your audio system here, and of course it's got Alexa. You've got your phone connections, car information, whatever you might need. Of course, you can do trip information, current information. I'm just letting it idle here, so it's not really a fair assessment. But all of your controls are right there, really easy to use. I like the map too, really nice, crystal clear. Further down, you've got your climate control, easy to use. Very simple, very intuitive. Heated seats, 3-staged, which I do appreciate. On the right side of the center screen is your volume. It's a little bit of a reach for the driver, but you also have the steering wheel controls. The passenger will be able to reach that volume pretty easily. Vented seats are an option, and we do not have it on our test car, but that button would be right here. The audio system is JBL Premium Audio, and that's optional. It is 1,200 watts and 11 speakers. Below your climate control, you've got a wireless charging port, and then further down, more storage, as well as 2 USB-Cs and a USB connection, and an outlet for a radar detector or something you need to plug in. 2 cup holders. By the way, there are 14 cup holders in this vehicle. I won't count them out for you, but trust me, there are 14. Your regular Prindle, very intuitive, easy to use. Behind that, we've got your drive modes of Sport, Normal, and Eco for fuel efficiency. And then this is your dynamic off-road mode. You can go to mud and snow and rocks and normal. Just push that button. On the right side, you've got your hill descent, snow mode, traction control, and your parking brake, as well as the auto hold. The glove box is a little different. Instead of that arm going up, this slides back, which is actually pretty nice, and a pretty deep bin for storage, which we all have junk to put in our vehicles. I like that. Really nice idea. Very different. One thing that the Highlander has added is this nice little storage bin right here. I like that. Everyone's got things to put in there. And again, more soft materials, more stitching, really well laid out. Now, as far as the safety features, everything is standard on this Toyota, and that's true for the whole lineup. It's the Safety Sense 2.5 Plus, and it has all the things you're going to want. The backup camera, the forward collision warning, lane departure, and all those safety features are shown here in front of you. Plus, you can adjust them on the steering wheel at your will. So I want to take off that lane tracing, I can do that. I want it back in, press the button. And again, it depends on each person. You're going to want to adjust it to meet your needs. Your cruise controls here in the steering wheel and the other safety features can be adjusted in this gigantic new center screen, which I really like. One of the most important things about the Toyota Highlander is a National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, 5-star crash rating, which is fabulous. That's rollover, side impact, front impact, really important on safety. Also, it is an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. It's very hard to reach that, and Toyota has that on the full lineup for the Highlander. Under the hood of the Highlander is a 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine. There's an optional hybrid engine. It is 265 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. Transmission is an 8-speed shiftable automatic transmission, runs on regular unleaded, 24 miles to the gallon combined, towing capacity up to 5,000 pounds. The Highlander comes in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive and is available multi-terrain select and dynamic torque vectoring, which would be part of that selection. The one thing to note for the Highlander when it comes to performance is there's no longer a V6 engine, so we only have the 2.4-liter gasoline direct injected engine. There is a hybrid optional as well, and maybe you will see an all-electric vehicle in the future. They do make the BZ4X, which is basically this vehicle, a little cooler looking, and that's all plug-in. One of the nice things about the Highlander is it runs on regular gasoline, which means you don't have to pay for the premium unleaded, and that helps save at the pump. Now, this vehicle is backed by an 8-speed automatic transmission. It is better than a CVT for sure. Now, being that this is one of the leaders in the class, Toyota had to make sure to keep your customers happy by offering them even more, and they've done that when it comes to the 2023. Towing capacity is at 5,000 pounds if you're towing a camper or something small. Fuel economy for the Highlander is 24 miles to the gallon combined, and that's right in the sweet spot with all the competitors. As far as the handling for this vehicle, it is a larger size vehicle, and if you're used to driving something that is 3 rows, then you're going to be okay with the size of this. If you're new to a 3-row SUV, it's important to know you just got to get used to the higher center of gravity. It's not too high, but this is the same with all the vehicles in the category. The Highlander is available in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. If you live in the upper half of the country, all-wheel drive makes the most sense. It does come with all-season tires. If you're going to be driving in the upper half of the country and seeing snow on a regular basis, winter tires are your best bet. And we've covered winter tires on our channel, so make sure to check that out. The drive modes that are on the Highlander are what they call multi-terrain select. That is directly behind your shifter, and it goes for mud and sand as well as for rock. So yeah, you could off-road this to a campsite. I wouldn't take this as an off-road vehicle like a Jeep or something that's specifically designed for it, but I will say that this vehicle does have the capability because of this drive select mode. To go back to the normal mode, you just press the center button. But there's also different drive modes for driving this vehicle on a regular basis. Currently, we're in the normal mode. There is also an eco mode. You press the little lever behind the shifter. Going into that eco mode, it will only change right here in front of you. Eco, normal, sport. We're now going to go to the sport mode, and this is going to give you the most performance. Will you use it? Maybe on an on-ramp, maybe to get around a situation. For the most part, it's going to use more fuel, and that's something to keep in mind. So we'll put our foot in here. I mean, it's good for going out for a pass. I mean, I don't think it's not a sport as in sporty, but if you need that extra performance to get around a situation, drop it into the sport mode and you'll be in really good shape. One of the things I like about the Highlander is it has dynamic torque vectoring, which in essence is you're getting on an on-ramp, you've got your foot in it, and maybe you went too fast. Well, it can break certain corners of the car and help it so you handle better, because that's what happens with understeer. You end up getting in too deep, you realize you're in trouble, and then you hit the brakes or you ease off the gas and the car doesn't handle well. Well, this makes you feel like you're even a better driver. When it comes to cargo space, there's 16 cubic feet of storage behind the third row. Fold down those seats and you've got 84 cubic feet of storage with the second row folded down. Underneath this cover right here is all your hardware necessary for your jack, and the spare tire is underneath. There's also a cargo net that you can buy as an option. Pricing on the 2023 Toyota Highlander starts at $36,400 and goes up to $46,000. Our test vehicle came in at the $46,000 price point, but it had everything you need, and there were a lot of pros and cons. Liked the visibility, thought that was great with the new center screen. They've done a nice job making all these soft touch points on the vehicle and plenty of cup holders. The ride was comfortable and quiet, and the fuel efficiency was really good for this vehicle. On the negative side, that third row is meant for small kids. It is very tight in the third row. If you don't need the third row and maybe just wanted to put items back there, that's also an option. There's plenty of storage once you put all the seats down. Compared to its competitors behind the third row, it's slightly less cargo space. But overall, this vehicle is one of the leaders in this segment. And this is why. They've done a nice job keeping up to date with what you asked for. If you have additional questions, because I did not cover every single little detail, put it in the comments down below. I'm more than happy to answer. If you got value from this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link for that is down in the description, as well as a website, the podcast, and my social media. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to test drive all the other competitors. We've driven them all. We'll see you next time.